Welcome to another edition of Smart Chat here on YouTube.com. Go Brooklyn Nets. And as this beautiful day of Saturday begins, it is the beginning of the NBA playoffs. And I want to give you my playoff preview. The chance, the quest to win the NBA title, and some questions that I thought that many of you NBA fans just like me might be thinking about. For example, have the Pacers found a mojo after obtaining the crown achievement of being the top seed in the East despite just winning 12 out of 25 games since March 1st. No, they haven't. I feel they've been terrible, as I stated. The Pacers will not have an easy ride to the Eastern Conference Final. The second round opponent will be tougher than the Heats. Indy, I think, will either play the Wizards or the Bulls. The Bulls will give them hell in the second round, as well as the Wizards. The Heat, I think, as much as I am a Brooklyn Net fan, will coast to the Eastern Conference Final. Hopefully I'm wrong, being objective here. The Nets seems like they're too old to compete for 7 games. Yes, obviously I know that they won the regular season matchup against the Heat. Took the series, but now it's really go time. You also have, speaking of the Nets, an intriguing series between the Raptors and the Nets. You might ask, we don't really know much about Toronto. First playoff appearance since Chris Bosh left to Florida. What can you expect? And this is my research, my thoughts on Toronto. Toronto has been building for the last several seasons. Since the departure of the former Georgia Tech star and Chris Bosh. After trading for and then trading away Rudy Gay, the Raptors have to rely on their shooting guard, DeRozan, and the point guard Kyle Lowry. Together, they average just over 40 points and 11 assists per game. One of the best backcourts in all of the NBA. What the fans should know about the Raptors is that the exciting brand of ball that has not seen those days in Toronto since Vince Carter and the days of Tracy McGrady. Toronto was the 13th best in NBA in scoring offense and balanced that number on the defensive side with the 7th best in the league. They won their first division crown since 2007 this year. You also look at the West. Golden State will likely be without Andrew Bogut with a broken rib. He'll be out most likely for the first round versus the Clippers. How much of an advantage does Bogut's absence give Jordan and Blake Griffin for LA? Not much of an advantage at all, I feel. The Warriors' biggest threat is outside, not the inside. If the Clippers struggle to protect the three-point line with all the weapons Golden State possesses, the Warriors will punish for such a costly mistake. They'll be punished, obviously. This puts some pressure on the Warriors' big bodies, but not much if Harrison Barnes can be the extra body needed to crash the boards. Still worried about the Warriors' chances without Andrew Bogut? Don't worry. You have David Lee, Jermaine O'Neal, and Mr. Green. All are outside threats as well as inside. And they pretty much had a successful playoff run last year without David Lee. Third time in 4 seasons that you're going to see also Memphis and Oklahoma City. How effective, you might ask, will Tayshaun Prince be defensively against the most likely MVP in the league, Kevin Durant? The former Kentucky star, Tayshaun Prince, is remembered for that end-to-end blocked shot against the Indiana Pacers. Prince is long, but his best days are behind him. You can look for this year's likely MVP to score at will. Also in the West, in the 4 versus 5 matchups in each of the conference, what will it take the 5s, being Portland and Washington, to upset the 4s, Houston and Chicago? LaMarcus Aldridge, I feel, and Damian Lillard are the 2 key components to the Blazers' chances of winning this series. As they go, so does the rest of the team. Another key is the guards to keep themselves out of foul trouble, and James Harden out of the paint, where Harden makes a living at the, so to speak, charity stripe. The Blazers' bigs of Lopez and Aldridge are going to have to own the paint offensively, defensively, and on the boards. As far as the Wizards in the East, the key is to run. Run. Speed up the tempo and pace of the game. Allowing Chicago to control pace and tempo plays right into the Bulls' hands. Another way for the Wizards to pull out the win is to have the Bulls to find someone else to work the offensive through, keeping the ball, as I can't speak, I need a glass of water, keeping the ball out of Noah's hands. Western Conference as well. Some other key points here. The Mavericks have a better chance of knocking the defending Western Conference champions out of the playoffs. The Mavs have Dirk and pretty good coaching. It will be interesting to see. I think that they can knock the Spurs out. Who's also the most likely lowest lead in each conference to come out on top? In the West, the Warriors over the Clippers, and in the East, the Nets over the Raptors. In each of these series, it would be of no surprise if either of these lower seeds came out with a W. The Los Angeles Golden State series would probably be potentially the most entertaining. The Toronto New Jersey series puts the young gun up-and-comers against the wily old vets. Now, as far as the predictions, NBA title, I want to say the Warriors coming out of the West. And as much as I said that the Nets are going to have a hard time getting out of the Eastern Conference, I have a feeling they will, being objective. But the fanboy in me wants to say the Nets. So I'm going to go with the Warriors Nets in hopes that my prediction of me stating that the Nets are too old won't be the case. Who are your thoughts to go to the NBA Finals? What are your keys to these matchups? Hopefully you guys were able to make sense out of all this horse shit. Check out my other channel. Check out my other videos. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And until next time, adios, over and out. Enjoy the NBA.